Technically 31 days, but 30 sounds cooler. 31 days ago, I decided to become a YouTuber, and in this video, I'm gonna talk through how I did it. I'm gonna share 5 tips so that you can do it yourself, and then show some clips that I took during my journey. Before we start that though, the first thing that I wanna say is starting a YouTube channel has changed my life. It is really, really fun, and there are so many benefits already that I've realized from doing it, even though I'm only 30 days in. So we're just gonna talk quickly about a couple of those. For a long time, I thought about putting myself out there somewhat online and doing something that I enjoyed, creating content and putting it out there, and all of the things that stopped me doing it, like worrying about what might happen as a result of doing it, what people might think, all the negative implications, those have all just totally gone, suddenly lifted off my shoulders. I don't worry about them at all, and I can't believe all of those things weighed on me for so long when they're so insignificant. So you just don't need to worry about those things, although they might seem significant. Everyone is generally really nice, and if they're not, then they generally don't say anything either. Maybe if you're a massive YouTuber, there'll be some mean comments, but they'll be few and far between most likely. I feel more confident, happier. I feel like I have a purpose because I love doing this and producing content and making things that some people might find valuable. People have reached out, said they enjoy the videos. I've had some conversations with people about it that's really interesting, and people send you things because they know what you're interested in. So they're like, maybe you'll like this thing, or maybe you want to sort of read about this, and that's really like nice because now I don't have to search for those things myself. You create a kind of like, you know, funnel for yourself because everyone knows what you're interested in and knows what you want to watch. I've learned so many new skills, and that's been a really satisfying part of it, just getting better at this, and it's so nice to have something that you enjoy doing that you want to get better at. Enough of why I'm loving doing YouTube, and we'll go into the first tip. The most important thing, the number one thing, is just start. Everyone says it, and that's because it's the most important thing. If you're thinking about doing something, you have to start. You don't have to worry at all about what they're gonna be like, the quality, whatever, because you can learn as you go. So you just have to start and then learn. That is all it is. You don't have to tell anyone either if you're not ready. You can just keep it to yourself and get to a point where you're ready to tell people. You will not be good at first. Like, why would you? If you have no skills, you've never done it before, like, you're not gonna be good. You have to let go of all your expectations and just be willing to start from nothing. Number 2 is goals and systems. I made a video about this, so you can watch that, about creating what is the goal, you know, why are you doing it, and where do you want to get to, and then have a system that allows you to achieve that goal. That, yeah, I explain more in the video, but this is really fundamental because this is how you're actually going to achieve that thing. Number 3 is document the journey. This is really important because it keeps it fun and it keeps it like a story that you're, you know, recording in real time, and people are interested in stories. So it's really useful for the audience because they can see where you're going and they're interested in how you do it and what you're up to. And then it's also good for you because you can see your own journey and the progress you've made. And I see, like, my first video, my second video, I'm like, I've already come so far in 30 days. It's really important to document the journey. Number 4 is fight through the friction. There are so many things that are so annoying when you start YouTube. You don't know how to move around files, you don't know how to edit, you don't know how to set up a camera, you don't know how to do anything. I didn't anyway, and it's incredibly unhelpful, and there's so much friction for everything you do, but it does fade. So you have to just break through every single annoying thing and just think, this will get easier the next time I do it. Now I'm here, I've got my camera set up, I know how to edit, I've even got a light, which I've got with this remote. I've got lighting now. Things do just get easier because you don't know what you're doing when you start. Equipment doesn't matter at the start, it really doesn't. You just have to get going because the thing that's stopping you is not equipment. If you've got a phone, that's all you need. It's not the equipment that's stopping you, it's your attitude, it's your mindset. So you have to start, and then you can build the equipment and make the videos better once you've started. So everything that you think is a problem, or any problem that comes your way, just think, what's the solution? How can I get through this as quickly as possible? Is it actually even a problem as well? Number 5 is focus on what's important. There are 3 things you need to be a good YouTuber. First one is content, so what you're actually making your videos about. The second one is filming, so actually like having the setup, the lighting, the framing, being natural on camera, like actually doing the talking. And then number 3 is editing, so thumbnails and titles and actually like cutting the video together and making it. Identify what's important and focus on getting better at those things. Don't worry about the small things, like, you know, maybe what you're going to wear in your video, what the background is, or, you know, descriptions in your video. I mean, that's important, it's a factor, but it's not going to determine the success of your channel. Is like making a nice video description. You have to just kind of be like willing to sacrifice some things in the small areas to focus on the important things and get better at doing those things. So those are my 5 tips. Those are the things I've really kept at heart. throughout the process. Now I'm going to share some clips that I took throughout the journey of me learning to edit and me like thinking about like getting new equipment and thinking about what to make videos about. And there's some bloopers in there as well, me kind of being a bit stupid. They're in chronological order mostly, but it's a little bit random. And apologies for the poor audio and video quality in some areas compared to this probably, because they were just filmed on my iPhone. But here we go. This is hard. I'm just kneeling on the floor. This is so stupid. Today we're going to talk about some ways to think about it and some techniques and advice that I've learned, and go through. Christ. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tintin. I am, if you're new here, I am I'm 25 years old and I live in London and make videos. Yeah, I'm 25 years old and make videos. So I am actually now beginning the process of learning how to edit in Adobe Premiere Pro. So luckily, my company pay for a LinkedIn learning license, so I'm using that to learn how to use Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm using this course here, Premiere Pro 2020 Essential Training, which seems to be pretty good. I'm very early on, but hopefully the next video or even this video might be edited slightly. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to learn how to do it. I don't know if you can tell as well, but another problem with starting YouTube, I realized, is that I need to buy new glasses, because when I bought these as the cheapskate that I am, I didn't pay £3 to get the non-glare option, so you can actually see the screen in my glasses quite often. Just another hurdle, another challenge. I'm gonna have to probably pay £30 to get some new glasses that don't reflect so I can wear them on camera. So I have managed to get onto Adobe and start using some of the stuff that I've learned, and I'm realizing it is so painful to watch yourself over and over again, and it feels incredibly boring, it feels really dull, and I'm questioning why I'm doing it, because I'm spending so much time staring at myself. It feels really indulgent, narcissistic, egotistical, and self-obsessed, but I sort of have started the journey, so I've got to continue at this point. I'm learning how to edit though, which is fun, and it's the simple bit of like trimming is easier than I thought, but then I think adding everything else, like the effects, is going to be more difficult than I think. But yeah, I'm keeping going. So I'm now doing Canva, or using Canva, which is a thumbnail website, or it's a website for loads of design and graphics and stuff, and I'm using it for YouTube thumbnails. Playing around, making some really classic stuff. The typical YouTube game that you think you have to play a little bit. You've got to respect the fact that you need to grab people's attention. It's not particularly enjoyable, trying to think how you can make something slightly cringe to grab someone's attention. But I think the thing I'm trying to remember is, if you get someone's attention by a title and a thumbnail, but then you deliver on the nuance of that thumbnail or title in the video, then you're fine. So every YouTuber I've looked at has slightly clickbaity titles and thumbnails, because that's the nature of the game. You're only presenting a certain amount of information and you have to make it kind of exciting. But then as long as you deliver on that in the video, then you should be fine. That's the idea. There we go. It's exporting. Going to be uploading it to YouTube with my thumbnail in any minute. I just figure I've heard enough times from enough people who are successful, quantity over quality, and getting over your perfectionism and just doing it is the most important thing at the start. So I am just going to, I've watched it once, I actually think it's not that bad. Annoying about the audio quality and the camera quality, but those are problems that I'm going to solve down the line. So just going to try and fix it, and fix those down the line, and just go with what I've got now. The other part of my process that I'm hoping to develop is Notion, which is how I am writing or storing ideas, writing the script, and kind of managing the whole process. So what we've got, basically I've got these are kind of ideas down the left hand side, and then these are the ones that I'm actually writing, and then I kind of move them across. And I got this idea from Ali Abdal, one of my favorite YouTubers and where I'm getting a lot of inspiration from. He said this is how he does it on Notion, and it's actually just a really great system. So that's another thing that I'm happy to kind of figure out how to use and how to manage. Hello, testing. So yeah, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Hello, testing, there, testing, yeah, so, yeah, testing. What was I gonna say? So, we all want to achieve things, whether it is getting da-da-da. So my latest purchase and upgrade in my YouTube equipment is this tripod, which is really fancy. And I've been using it to make some videos just now. It's gone really well, very sturdy, way easier. Just trying to remove friction barriers one by one so that the whole process of making videos is as easy as possible. Having a little bit of a mare, just with general making videos, it's quite difficult to talk to a camera. So I've got this massive tripod, which is great. And I put my camera there, and then I've got my script here. Doesn't seem to want to focus on the screen, but and it's hard to remember what you want to say. It's hard to be coherent and speak clearly, and then sometimes you end up saying the same thing over and over again because you can't get it right. And just learning about the process of being on camera and trying to say something that you want to say and just move on to the next bit, and it is quite difficult. And quite often you say something's going well, and you're like, oh, I'm actually nailing this bit, or I'm saying it well, but then you sort of mess up the ending, and then you have to say it all over again, and yeah, just annoying process. So I'm playing around with some thumbnails on Canva a little bit more today, and having some fun with like Photoshop basically. So luckily Canva does it for you. I don't know, I thought I was gonna have to learn how to do Adobe Photoshop, but just put myself on top of a mountain to show that you can achieve whatever you want. And I think it's a really powerful message. I'm basically just trying to get not too attached to creating a brand or a image yet. I'm just trying new things and learning as much as I can. Yo. That was stupid. So, exciting news. I have now a camera and a tripod, which I had already, but the camera's now on the tripod, and a mic, and there's a screen, which I can see myself in. So this is a serious upgrade. It kind of makes me feel a little bit more nervous, actually, because it now feels like a little bit more serious. So not sure. It's because the video is going to look better, so I sort of have to say more legit things. Well, it feels like that anyway. But going to be much easier, I think, with this. So yeah, looking forward to using it, and hopefully I can make it work. Oh, also shout out to my man Carlos in Wimbledon for selling me the camera. If you're watching this, thank you very much. Holding it for a different camera angle. Fuck, I was gonna do it, but that's so annoying. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and know that you can start a YouTube channel if you want to. It's not that difficult to actually start one. It's hard to be a good content creator and good YouTuber, but you don't know how good you can be unless you start. So if you're thinking about it, just start. And if you want to like and subscribe, that would be really helpful because the YouTube algorithm likes that apparently. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.